Hello, you all. I'm your girl, comedian, actress, civil rights leader, Michelle Hope Walker, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, also has been known as Hope as a rapper. Okay, so I'm gonna dive right in. My experience with Katt Williams. Two things that first come to mind is being in Katt's room with Katt and Katt leaving out in his bedroom, being in Katt's bedroom with Katt Williams leaving out of the room, and me just sitting there waiting for him to come back, and two people entering the room. Two people. One was a black man that was tall, reminded me of the guy from, if you all remember the Waiting to Exhale movie, when the guy that was drinking, and was it Rochelle, but she decided not to see him anymore, and she was throwing stuff on him at the balcony. It looked just like him. I believe it was him, but it looked just like him. And then a white guy. I can really tell if he was tall or if he was short. And the thing about also the tall black guy that reminds me of the tall black guy from Waiting to Exhale, and not Leon, but again, the guy that the girl who got pregnant by the married guy, she was one of the guys she was dating in the movie Waiting to Exhale. I had also seen him when Katt Williams had in a concert and event downtown. This one was called the Staples Center, and I actually seen him sitting out there. So I was like, and I can't remember if I seen him before that incident or after that incident. I can't remember it. But that was strange to me, very strange. And again, I'm very naive, loving person, love everybody. And I didn't know a lot about the Hollywood, stuff that be going on, that shouldn't be going on at that time. But now with so many people getting in trouble for stuff and the Me Too's and all the other stuff, now you know a lot more of what what shouldn't be. And then also I know, was it Beckham? I had talked about he was over somebody's house and he felt like somebody broke in the house while he was there, I guess because people came in. When I heard that, and I didn't really read all the details. Sometimes when you're on social media, I would just, see the headlines, like, but I don't always press them because I have a life, and I don't have time to read everything about everybody. I just don't. I have lots of, and I'm very, as God says, being a good steward of things, I try to be a good steward of my time. There's certain things that I feel that I'm supposed to, know about, and people I'm supposed to connect with, okay, I'm supposed to do that. But certain other things I don't dig deep into, I'm like, oh, okay, and keep going. Because, every moment is very important. We don't get time back. You get money. You can make millions and millions of dollars over and over again, but you don't get your time back. You know what I'm saying? So you have to use your time wisely. Somebody say time or money. For me, I'll say time, because time, matter of fact, if you have enough time, you've been a good steward of time, you can make the money. But, money will actually sometime eventually run out, or maybe not, but still money does not give you more time. Anyway, so again, when two people, strangers, coming into Katt's room. So again, especially then. So we're talking about 2014. I'm really like, I don't know what's what. I left out the room like, Katt, some people in your room for you. I didn't know, just as naive. Now that I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, but let me also get out this other point, then I'm gonna come back to that point. The other point is going to a recording studio with Katt, not too far from the Comedy Store out there off Sunset Boulevard, one of those side streets over that way. And I rap and sing, and I think I had told him that, or he may have seen it on my social media, whatever the case might be. Katt Williams had seen it also, or knew that. And so, I'm always eager. I'm like, oh, I want to get in the booth. Or either he told me go get in the booth, or whatever the case might be. So I've always had a song, Where My Money, Yeah. Where My Money, Yeah. Where My Money, Yeah. Now for me, what started that song was more of child support. Because especially in raising my kids, when my kids are grown now, but especially when they were younger, and I've always done music, I always wrote music, I've always rapped and sing and all this different stuff all my life. And that's just always one of my songs that, you know, I always wanted to strive to get music when I used to feel like I need music. Now I just do a song. I don't care if I have music or not to the background, long as I hear music in my head. You know, I know, you know, and usually I can sing it or rap it in a way that people can catch the flow of the song. But that's always been my song. Where my money, yeah. Where my money. So I did that one, and some of the girls we had one in there with me was doing like where my money, yeah. When, you know, I'm a hook person, so I always tend to do the hooks first, you know, and then sometimes I feel better. Sometimes the whole song might be a hook. And ironically, and I want to say one of the last times I had got with Katt may have been Katt Williams. Ironically, then I hear Rihanna's song something about money, but sort of the same aggressiveness and tone like mine. And I'm like, and at first I didn't think a lot about it. I'm like, wait a minute. When I heard more about how Katt also writes songs and is also into music, because you all got to keep in mind, when I got with Katt, I didn't know a lot about Katt Williams. I have always done comedy sporadically all throughout my life, but 2014 I really dove in more into comedy, started doing comedy more and more consistently. I met him at the Laugh Factory. Me and a girl and a couple of us, we were outside comedians, we were outside, and Katt came through, and somebody was like, there's Katt. Like, oh, I was like, so I just instantly was like, I'm going to open up for you, because I had learned about that you can open up for other artists. And I was listening to the people around me as they seen Katt and was talking about Katt coming up and how big of a comedian. I'm like, oh, I'm going to open up for you. And Katt was nice and said yes. Well, that's what I assumed that he was. Then I also later learned, as one man had told me, that sometime, I'm not saying this is what Katt did, I don't know for sure, but sometimes, especially quote unquote big name comedians, you know, will get a lot of unknown comedians on their roster, and not per se because they're just trying to give them a chance, but also it helps with their budgeting records, I guess, so they can say, well, I paid this person, I paid that person, and then you have to watch because you're not able to see their records. And sometimes they could be saying they're paying you, and you may have only went out and did comedy with them one time, and, you know, but I have to say, I went to Hawaii with Katt Williams. I opened up for him. I just felt like the audience maybe didn't get me. But it was thousands of people, 100,000 people, whatever the case might be. He still paid me. I stayed in a nice hotel. He provided our ticket, flights there to Hawaii and back, you know. So I always say, you know, I do got to get at, you know, the Katt, that Katt Williams, when you go on tour with him, he will take care of you. But I only did that one time. So I haven't seen the accounting record, so I don't know what this older guy once told me. And he was on Sunset Hollywood, but like, he just knew the game from years of, he talked about, he'd seen everybody, Rich Brian, all kind of different folks like that. But he just told me about that you have to watch it too, because they will get young comics just to get them on their payroll, and you may end up staying on their payroll, but you not still with them doing comedy, but because they got all your information, you know, because you had to give them the information maybe for payment or whatever the case might be. I'm not saying that Katt Williams done that, but I, again, with my naive self, still naive sometimes, keep that real, because I'm just a happy person, love people, love to entertain people, love people, like help people, you know, I just love people, and I'm a great person, you know, and so I keep a happy spirit, you know, even when I'm around people that I know that are evil, maybe don't like me, or just people that's trying to do evil or walk over me because I'm nice, which I just say, y'all got to stop that, because when a person is nice to you, it's so weird, when you're nice to people, they take that as weakness. No, I'm not a weak, especially now. I know a lot more now. No, it's not about being weak, because I be knowing who's what. And then that person also will see I'm not really around them that much, because I'm like, I done peeped out they game. I'm like, you know, either God, name of Jesus, Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, yes, Lord, will let you know I don't want you around that person. You know, so those of you out there spiritual, if you don't get saved, know God. You know, and you'll know. But anyway, anyway, this is, you know, what I'm telling you what happened in my life. So, you know, I don't care if you get it or not. This is what happened to me. So those are one of the two things. There's more stuff, but those are the two things I'm starting with. And again, I'm going to tell you now, it's probably going to be continuations of this video. So this might be part one, you know, because I know I might cut off the minutes, but I know I really don't do videos more than 30 minutes. I rarely do videos more than 30 minutes. And again, today's date is July 17, 2024, and it's Wednesday. I've just really felt led to discuss this. So I don't know if this is going to help someone. And not per se about maybe help someone with Katt Williams, but just help someone in life, especially that's out here in Hollywood or wherever you are in this entertainment industry, any industry, to watch yourself. Sometimes we just be so happy to be involved, and if you're a performer, as far as like I said, rapper, singer, like I am, comedian, actor, you're just happy to be there. You love the industry, you love the entertainment industry. So whenever you can get on stage, whatever you can do, you're just happy to do it. Now lately, with a lot of people coming out with their stories, you've learned more about that demonic part, of the entertainment industry, that evil part, how people are being used, how people are sexually assaulted, how people are raped, how people are sacrificed. We've learned about the sacrificial things. I've learned that sometimes you have to watch it when you're out here coming up in this industry, because sometimes people are talking to you like, you're just so happy they talk to you, like, oh no, maybe because they're a big name person, whatever the case might be. But you have to watch it, because whoever their bosses is, their industry bosses, Illuminati, whoever you might want to call their supervisor bosses, sometimes they are trying to feed their bosses because they know what their bosses like sexually or sexually, or just whatever else their bosses might like. So sometimes there are people that go and get people for their bosses to do whatever with. So sometimes though we the people, we're just thinking, oh my gosh, they're talking to me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a chance to hang. Oh my gosh, we're just happy, and you jump right in. Because when Katt said, I jumped right in the car, I'm ready. I left my own car. He was like, well, put your car here. I left my own car. Except then when I got there, I was like, wait a minute now, I thought this was just for a few hours. He kept me there, and I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Then he got mad because I was ready to go home. I mean, I like you, in the sense of, I'm so happy to have gotten a chance to hang with you, different things like that. I want to do comedy with you, but I didn't know once I got with you, I had to stay with you forever. And then I remember him getting mad at me. He was like, that's what's wrong with y'all now. Y'all other ones, y'all think y'all know everything. Can't nobody tell y'all nothing. So it was almost like a Ike and Tina Turner moment there for a moment, but a verbal moment. He didn't hit me, That's why sometimes now when people get talking about Katt hitting people, I've never had a hitting experience, I've had a very verbally abusive experience from him, probably a lot of those from him when I was around him. But then so flip mode, because on the flip mode, then Katt can be just as sweet and kind and be talking about the Bible, which is interesting and different and weird. And none of this is to tear Katt down because, again, this was in 2014. Pretty much my experience was about September 2014. It may have went into 2015 a little bit, I don't know. But I know I performed in Hawaii. I want to say that was around September 2014. And again, I do thank Katt for that experience. I thank Katt Williams for that experience. I thank him that he chose me. Hopefully it was a pure thing of him, because I do feel that Katt does like to have a Holy Spirit in him in a sense, and again, none of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully for him, for why he picked me out was that he was like, I feel the Spirit in her. That's what I hope, because you can't feel the Spirit in me. You be around me long enough. Yes, I'm your girl, comedian Michelle Hope Walker. Yes, anyway, I'm acting silly, but anyway, okay. So like I said, these are probably going to be many parts. So, because it's already, I'm looking at it's 13:50 now, well, 13:51 now my time. So again, I'm not going to go more than 30 minutes. So that's why I know these are probably going to be broken in half. Okay. So going back to the two guys that just happened to be in the room, and that's why when I heard Beckham talking about he was over somebody's house, and this is the football Beckham, somebody that he was over somebody's house, and all of a sudden some people broke in. I really was wondering, was he over somebody's house, and all of a sudden some strange people he didn't know was in there? Not that they were breaking in to steal anything, but that's part of that little group, that Illuminati group or whatever, where whoever house he was over, they might have been sacrificing him to their bosses. You know what I'm saying? And he not knowing it. You know what I'm saying? He not, because I sort of wonder if that's what happened to me, because why am I in Katt Williams' bedroom? Katt was in there, then Katt leaves out, and all of a sudden two men appear. What the heck? They didn't break in. No, they didn't break in. They were in suits. I was like, this men in black, what is going on? But again, I was naive and I didn't know a lot about the industry, sacrificing the Hollywood, sacrificing types and sacrificing people, and you collecting people to give to your bosses to do whatever they want to do with them. You know, we're hearing a lot of that in the midst of what they're accusing Diddy for and different things. Again, I don't know what's what with Diddy. Like I said, I've had positive experiences with Diddy, but I hadn't been in closed doors with Diddy, so I'm not, I don't really speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying allegedly the different things that we're hearing out about. And I can even compare it to, what's the guy who they say is dead, that went to jail, who had the island, and I can't think of his name. And then there's the other one that's in jail right now, so y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't think of nobody's name right now. But this is about my experience with Katt Williams. And again, it's not putting Katt down. For all you Katt fans, don't come after me, because no, I'm just telling you my experience. You can't tell me what I didn't experience. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know what I experienced, because then even to leave, I had to climb the fence to leave. And then Katt and the girls, but later the girls guys know me knew how sweet I was. They sort of, because again, naive, because I kept going back there. Well, I don't know. Well, because I like Katt. I can feel the God spirit in Katt. And I was thinking he really believed. And then it got to a point that I really intimately liked him. And that's a whole nother story too. That, because I practice celibacy. I don't have sex. I don't do nothing in relating to sex or nothing with nobody, not until, I really believe it until you get married. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm always perfect at it, but I'm just saying that's what and so I actually thought Katt even had liked me back in that way. I didn't know about the things that sometimes people you hear now, because again, I didn't really know about it then, of the pay to play, but it's not money, but you paying sexually or something. I didn't know nothing about that. I was like, no, he liked me. I mean, we didn't have sex, but something. But anyway, I'm just saying, so it's just a lot. I was so naive in the comedy Hollywood realm around 2014 when I was around Katt. I really was. But again, I do thank Katt, because after that, I still didn't really realize a lot of things for years. I am just now realizing some stuff now. Now, the music stuff, when that song came out, I realized that. I was like, somehow, I believe my lyrics or the whole concept of my song got to Rihanna. Because I know when I Google, they got some other person as the writer. I'm like, and the more I learned about the Katt writes songs, there's a lot of stuff that Katt Williams do behind closed doors. He's like a shadow. You don't see him, but he's doing a lot of movies. He's behind a lot of movies. He's behind a lot of songs. And shouts out to him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, don't steal my song. If you want to use my song, ask me about it and then pay me for using. But I'm very particular about my song. That's why you always see when I put out a new song, I put copywritten, because if I find somebody using my song, I'm going to sue them. You know what I'm saying? And don't never let nobody take you to a recording studio and you go in there and record stuff. Because they can save that stuff and use that forever, either to use your voice or to show it as an example for somebody else to do a song, something like this. This is a hit. Do it, maybe rearrange the words, but do a song, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you've given them the whole concept and they've recorded you. And you don't even know the name of the studio. I know y'all, so I know some of y'all like, what? I didn't even know the name of the studio. I'm just following Katt. I'm loving Katt so much that, at this point it's intimate too, in a sense. I'm feeling like an intimacy liking, now after a while I turned out of that intimacy when I learned, okay, no, no, because I couldn't do this, you know what I'm saying? But, and again, Katt's a great person, but again, I have a life of my own. I don't mind coming over to your house and doing it, but you can't kidnap me. You can't just keep me there. I don't know if that's the right word, maybe it's because I did climb over the fence and I was able to leave. But he wouldn't take me home. He's like, you have me put my car somewhere, so I'm riding with you to your house. And then when I'm ready to go, I can't go. I'm just supposed to stay there. I'm like, I want to shower. I want to get dressed. I have a whole regimen, and then I have nerve pain. So I have certain things that I need to have food allergies. So certain foods I need to eat, So that's why then the next time when I went there, I drove my own car. This is when he lived out in Malibu. I drove my own car. I packed my car with all the things I knew because... Again, so naive. So I came back ready to stay forever, not forever, because I had to come back and be able to pay my bills and stuff. Because I'm keeping my place, because even there was that question: why don't you leave? Because I was working for as an audience, I go and do audience shows now, but I used to be that usher where you come to shows or award shows and I'm the one that's seating you, or I'm the talent escort with the celebrities, so that's the job I was working at that time. Even though I was doing comedy and stuff, I was still working with the company and being paid, to work award shows, to do TV shows. So if you ever came out here to LA and did, or anywhere, and just did a live audience show, I was the one that took your tickets and we monitored the audience, or an award show, we're the ones that was right up there by the celebrities. They did help with the seat fillers, on making sure, of everything, and also talent escorting the talent from one area to another, and different things like that. We're like the assistant to the celebrities or something like that. So he had asked me to let my job go and to come. I'm like, no, and I'm glad I said no, because Katt Williams, especially at that time, I don't know how he is now, so I can only tell you my experience, and this pretty much was 2014 with him. I did have another experience afterwards where I seen him, I took a picture with him and stuff. And again, shouts out to Katt Williams, because again, I know a lot of people, really, they're like, Katt Williams is a god to them, you know what I'm saying? And again, I do respect him, but I just, as things start happening, my eyes start opening more. You know how God pulls back and opens up your eyes? You be like, oh my God, did Katt Williams try to sacrifice me? What was going on? Why did two men come into the room in his bedroom? He went out and two men, strange men in suits, came in. What is going on? So again, I'm naive. I don't know. I left out too. I'm like, oh, well, Katt, let me go get Katt for y'all. I didn't know, y'all. I did not know. I don't know how that game worked. I don't know what was what. I know I wasn't getting ready to do nothing with nobody. And I didn't even, find it strange and realize what was going on at that time. But now I look back, I was like, was Katt trying to sacrifice me? Why are two men now in your bedroom where you were in the bedroom with me and you left out, and two men in suits come in and sit in chairs and looking at me? I didn't, again, I'm just trying to do comedy with Katt. At that time, I'm liking Katt in that type of intimate way. I'm like, let's get married. I'm human, you all. And I know I'm putting a lot of my business just right out here, but I just feel like tell y'all about this experience. I don't know if some of y'all have experienced this, so it might be helping some of you all or whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, no. You do what you feel comfortable. Don't be so quick to go to a celebrity's house. That's the first thing. Don't be too quick to be alone with a celebrity. No. I've been around Diddy for years, but no, I've never been to him, especially after the Katt thing and things start coming to my mind on what might have really been going on. And I was so naive, I didn't get it at the time. I was like, oh my God. Well, even before that, when I had to jump over his fence in Malibu, but see, I'm one that's observant, and I got a car, but yes, I know them buses, them trains. I'm always looking. I had seen a bus stop on my way to Katt House in Malibu. I had seen a bus stop. So I remember my mom was like, "Oh, the buses come out here, okay." So when it didn't seem like he was gonna take me home, and it seemed like I was just supposed to stay here forever, because I didn't know that. I was like Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale. I thought this was a party, and I thought we went home after the party. I didn't know we had to stay. I would have brought more stuff, or at least brought my car. I mean, what is going on? I'm like, and now I look back, I'm like, so what did he think was going to happen to my car? So my car was just supposed to because my car would eventually got towed. It couldn't sit at that hotel parking lot forever. Now, he would give you money for different things, and I appreciate that, because sometimes I was one that would ask too. I'd be like, hey, but sometimes he just would offer, And I know he was a giving person. Sometimes he gave me money. If we were somewhere, we were downtown at a restaurant that he loves, I would give it to people, to help people. Especially, I know if I was straight or whatever, I would, and he did that a lot. So like I said, do give shouts out to Katt Williams, because he do help people. And I do feel like that is pure. Now, what he did with me, I don't know how pure. I mean, part of it was pure. I don't know. But I think he still tried to play again. But even after this, we had connected many other times, No matter how much we might argue it out, we connected. We connected again. I've been to Hawaii, went to his house, different things like that. His house, different places and stuff. I did thought it was weird when this group kept trying to get me to jump off of, we were like, you see the ocean and a cliff. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I didn't even go near the cliff. They all were by a certain area. I was not. Because I was like, come on. Nope. So you got to stand your ground on what you know, too. I don't care who you're around. But now I know, hey, we all celebrities. I'm just as valuable as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We all valuable. My life is valuable. What I do is valuable. If I open up for somebody who the world feels is quote unquote a big name celebrity, fine. If I don't, fine. Because what I do wherever I deliver my music or comedy, from on social media to in person, which lately I've been performing a lot in person. I just performed last night at the Hollywood Laugh Factory at the open mic, and I did very good. I love connecting with people, and I love performing. And then not too long ago, I had moved up in a contest where I was a finalist, and that was on my music level. That was with BET, Puma, and it's like I'm missing somebody's BT Puma. Oh, Shoe Palace. That was out in Hollywood. That was a great performance. Real good. That was my music. So love yourself and know who you are, which this is what helped me make it through this too. Because I'm like, oh, you're not gonna hold me captive. I climbed over that fence, and I left. Which actually, I think. I can't say for sure, but I know then when I would see them in the future, some of the girls over there before, I noticed some of them wasn't there or whatever. So I don't know. They're like, you mean we can leave from here? They see me leave. So I don't know if some of them end up leaving. It's like, we didn't think we could leave. They see me. I'm like, no, you're not going to keep me. If I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I got all these, I got nerve pain. I got stuff at home that I got to get to. I'm like, no, I got a home. I got my own home. I'm staying here. This was not the deal. I thought I was just coming out here for a few hours and I was going back home. I was staying here forever. No one told me that part of the deal. All right, y'all. It's getting close to the 30 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this part up. I'll come back and do more. So again, I'm your girl, comedian, actress, civil rights leader, Michelle Hope Walker, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, who has also been known as the rapper Hope. And again, I'm just telling my experience with Katt Williams. So if it ministers to you in other relations with other people, I just felt led to tell my plus, because now I how years later you're able to define what happened to you a little bit more. You didn't really know what was going on then, but now you're like, oh my gosh, I think that person was trying to do this to me. Now I'm not saying that what I experienced with Katt Williams in 2014 is the same Katt, because Katt does evolve, so I'm sure, maybe there's some stuff he is not doing, now the people I pray and hope, but I don't know. But also I found that in the industry period, sometimes industry people will do things if you let them do things to you, The thing with me is that I didn't even know I was being done those things, so that's why sometimes too, it's still wrong that they're even trying to do certain things to you, because you're naive and you don't even know, And I guess that's what they like, somebody naive that don't even know. Because I can't remember when I was like, I want to go with you, and he did put a funny smile on his face. He was like, okay. I was like, oh Lord. I didn't realize none of that, y'all, but as I look back, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a look back. And I'm like, oh. But like I said, what year was that? The Rams went to Atlanta. Is that the year I seen Katt again? And I took a picture with me on the Rams shirt. I can't remember what year that was. And if I see him now, hey Katt, what's up? But yeah, so my experience with Katt Williams. So this date is July 17th, 2024, Wednesday. All right, y'all. I'll be back with more. All right. God bless.